CattleyYEAH. Welcome back to LVLR Orchids. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Tonight we just wanted to take a quick look at the RLC Rhincholalia Cattleya ChiaLin Red, which is a hybrid that we got this spring, late spring, I guess, along with another Cattleya. And we kind of wanted to just chat real quick tonight about these plants and a couple things we've learned about growing Cattleyas, because we're super excited that we got this one to bloom. Right into it, the first lesson we learned about Cattleyas, and we've done one previous video on it, was with this particular little no ID Cattleya. It has an orange bloom. Bought this plant a few years ago, and the first thing we learned is not to chop them up when they are really young and only include a couple pseudobulbs if you try to divide them. They need a lot more growth, and yeah, so that was a big mistake, and it took a couple years for this plant to recover, and finally it seems like he's kind of back on track, as well as the other half, which is at the workplace. So that was lesson number one. And lesson number two is we need to give them a lot more light. So we grow these guys all in the front window with the highest amount of sunlight we can give them. This one we did grow inside all summer. This one was out on the patio, the balcony. So it was outdoors, this was indoors, and it seemed to do really well here. And yeah, we got to water them a lot more. So that was lesson number three, is kind of just because they were in a lot more high light than we give the rest of our plants. We definitely had to water them. We're trying to water them a couple times a week in the summertime, just to dribble through, or a complete soaking. That's what I was doing, and we were fertilizing them a lot more than our other plants. Basically every watering through the summer, we were giving them sometimes a higher strength fertilizer along with our catasetums. They seem to have responded really well. This one, even if you saw some of our previous videos, it fell out of its pot and lived on its side, like drooping out, hanging out of the pot. The root ball was just bound up. It stayed that way for like almost a week before I got around to repotting it. It was just like pouring water over it. And then immediately after that, we saw the little bud coming up in the sheath, and it did produce one flower. So that's amazing. Like, I'm super happy with how the Cattleyas have responded. You know, just taking the time to learn a couple simple things about how to grow them, just like what they actually need to grow. They seem to have done fine. Now, this is a south-facing window, so they got blasted. Like, you can see this one is kind of like yellowish, paler looking green leaves, and from everything we've read and what we've experienced, like that's just from it being in like super intense south-facing window, like third floor sunlight all summer. So it seems to have liked that, I guess. Now, just about the flower, I know it's got the leaf, and I'm sorry, like I'll try to turn it, and yeah, but about the flower, I kind of, I have mixed feelings. I really like it because it's kind of my high school alma mater colors. The maroon and gold. The petals are a bit maroony now, and kind of this orangish, and then the gold in the center, which I guess is the sun of the ChiaLin. The lip is kind of a weird fuchsia. I mean, it's a bold fuchsia, and it's really awesome. I shouldn't have said weird. But to me, like the color balance between the sepals and petals, and then the lip with that purple fuchsia, it's a bit awkward. I don't know. Seeing it, the pictures online looked really cool, and I love it. It's awesome, and we're so happy. I shouldn't complain at all about it, but I don't know. The colors are just kind of like if you were a flag maker or into heraldry, I don't think these colors would fly. They're just like a weird juxtaposition for me. The boss loves it. The boss loves it. She's like the frilly. It's like the Spanish dancer dress. I mean, I love it too. I can't. Anyways, the ChiaLin line of hybrids, there's a bunch of them out there. I guess I can only recommend them. Like, I guess on the easometer, I would have to give this, now that we understand a bit more about Cattleyas and what they need, or Cattleya types. Again, this isn't a true Cattleya, it's an RLC combined genus. Yeah, once we understood, they're fairly easy. So again, on the easometer, I would give it like a 1 or a 2. It just requires more watering and more care in the summer than like our Phalaenopsis, which we water once a week. It's in our normal bark and leca and a tiny bit of sphagnum moss mixed in there. That's what we have this one growing in as well as the little chopped up guy. I try not to disturb the roots because they're kind of growing, and like I see the downside now about, yeah, like having this, like it just, that root tip was kind of attached to this pot even after watering on Saturday. So, you know, there's root tips growing, and I'm trying to be really careful about not breaking them. So try not to disturb it too much. That's another thing we've read a lot, like, you know, breaking the root tips can really set them back. You can find them easily online. They're pretty cheap plants, generally speaking. And this particular hybrid was registered in 2017. And the original ChiaLin RLC was registered in 1989. And again, there's a bunch of hybrids of this, and yeah, they're easy, seems like. They're pretty cool to grow, and they're amazingly big flowers. And hopefully, stay tuned. The Gulf Green hair pig is putting on a sheath, and it looks like we can kind of just see a little swelling of what might be some bud developing down in the very base of the sheath there. We'll see. Fingers crossed we can get this one to bloom too, and that would be awesome. We've only bought a couple plants this year, but shifting into a couple new genera. And so if we could go 2 for 2 on the 2 RLC hybrids that we bought this year, we'd be incredibly thrilled. Lesson number 4, don't turn the plant. So we moved this guy and turned it, and the leaf bent over at a weird angle, and I think that's why now it's kind of split open on the back, and I don't want that to happen, really. I think that's great. So I think once they've kind of established their direction with these Cattleyas, maybe they're a bit more temperamental on shifting around with the sunlight. I don't know. That doesn't look good to me, and it happened right after we had moved it, and like the next day, the leaf, it was like all. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. We hope you're having a good one. We'll see you back here at CattleyYEAH soon.